Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Simon from Scar Illustration, and I hope you're keeping well. Today, I'm excited to talk about a topic that has been a game changer for me: how to boost your productivity and paint faster. All this will unfold over a time-lapse of a recent sketch I completed titled Salt Rock Road Crew. Let's dive in. Over the years, I've experimented with countless strategies to try and optimize my productivity. And I've wrestled with the constant balancing act of creativity and time management. In my younger days, I would often burn the midnight oil, staying up late to finish pieces and then sleeping in the next day. While this seemed like a good idea at the time, it always left me feeling rushed and slightly out of sync. My rhythm was off, my energy levels were unpredictable, and as a result, my progress was sluggish. And then I decided to flip the script and tried waking up earlier. And sure, on days when I'd had a good night's sleep, it was great. But more often than not, I found myself groggy, yawning endlessly, and struggling to focus, even after several cups of coffee. And I'd literally be in the same boat as I was when I got up late. Eventually, after much trial and error, I discovered my own rhythm. Now I wake up at a reasonable time, which for me is around 6 a.m., and that's my sweet spot. After my usual morning routine of meditation, shower, and a solid breakfast, I'm ready to start working by 7:30 or 8 a.m. For me, the golden hours for productivity are in the morning and early afternoon. This is when my mind is sharpest and my creativity flows more naturally. I've noticed that during this time of the day, I can achieve more in a few focused hours than I would in an entire day if I started late. I feel more in control, less stressed, and the work just seems to come together more effortlessly. Well, most of the time. However, as the day progresses and I inch closer to lunchtime, I notice my energy levels wane. By early afternoon, my mind tends to wander, and I become easily distracted and restless. It's like hitting a creative dead zone, so I've learned not to push myself too much during those hours. Instead, I use this time for less demanding tasks like answering emails, researching potential clients, or fitting in some exercise. After that, I kind of get my second wind and I'm able to get back into the swing of things. And most days I'll work till around 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night. But here's the thing, productivity isn't a one-size-fits-all. What works for me might not work for you. I know plenty of artists who are night owls, finding their creative spark in the afternoons and the evenings. The key is to discover your own natural rhythm, understand when you're at your best, and align your work schedule accordingly. Back when I had a full-time job, finding time for art was a challenge. Between commuting, working out, socializing, and running errands, my only available hours were in the evenings and on weekends. And this went on for years. It was tough, often frustrating, especially when I felt like I was spending my most productive hours at a job that wasn't aligned with my passion. But I knew that if I wanted to transition to being a freelance illustrator, I just had to make it work. Preparation has become the cornerstone of my painting process. It's something that I can't emphasize enough. It's crucial. In the past, I would jump straight into a painting, eager to bring my ideas to life. But more often than not, I'd hit roadblocks early on. I didn't see the value in spending time on preliminary steps like color studies or gathering reference materials. I just wanted to paint. But this approach led to frustration. And the final pieces rarely matched the vision I had in my head. The process was slow, with lots of backtracking to fix issues that I could have avoided with better preparation. Over time, I developed a more structured approach that has drastically improved my workflow. These days, I follow a set of predetermined steps to ensure that when I start a painting, the process is as smooth as possible. Here's what my preparation looks like. I start out by sketching as many ideas in the form of thumbnails as possible, making sure I've explored every creative avenue. Then I'll write a quick backstory and motivation from the main character or characters, adding depth and context to the piece. Then I'll create an inspiration board to capture the overall feel, elements, and the characters I want in the piece. I'll then do value sketches to determine the light sources and ensure they enhance the focal points. After that, I'll explore different color palettes to find the best fit for the scene. Then I'll gather all the relevant references as well as take my own photos to get the exact details I need. For complex scenes, I might create a makeshift model or maquette to get the lighting and shadows just right. Finally, I'll create a detailed sketch that serves as the foundation for the painting. With all these elements in place, I approach the painting with confidence, knowing that I've set myself up for success. Of course, things can still go wrong, but the likelihood of major issues is much lower when I've taken the time to prepare properly. Once all the prep work is done, it's time to execute. I now have all the information I need, and I'm working during the hours when I'm at my creative peak. This combination allows me to paint faster and with greater confidence. Starting with a solid foundation means I can maintain momentum without having to stop and figure out things out mid-process. This continuity is key to speeding up the painting process. And as I move through the piece, my enthusiasm builds, driving me to keep pushing forward, even when fatigue sets in, or it gets late. In many ways, it's like binge watching a great TV show on Netflix. You're so invested in seeing how it all turns out that you just want to keep going. And that's how I feel when I'm deep into a painting, eager to see the final outcome. So, there you have it, my approach to painting faster and being more productive. It's all about finding your rhythm, preparing thoroughly, and executing with confidence. Remember, what works for me may not work for everyone, but hopefully some of these insights can help you find your own path to greater productivity and creative satisfaction. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on improving your art process. Thanks for watching, and keep on painting.